This is a 1971 Curtis Mathis color TV. The chassis on this is just about identical like with an RCA CTC25, although it does have some improvements over the RCA design. For one thing, it's got this modern epoxy encapsulated flyback. I don't know if this is a replacement flyback that was put in here or if this is how it was designed, but it's a big improvement over RCA's wax design. I think RCA was still using the wax type where the 3A3 fits into the top of it even at this date. So I'll close this up here. It's got a better plate cap on the horizontal output tube. It's got a 6BQ5 audio output tube. Though for some reason the audio isn't working on this set, I haven't started to troubleshoot the audio. It's got cooling fins on the power transformer. And it's got a completely detachable plug system so that the chassis can be easily detached for repairs. Unlike with RCA where you have to take the whole tuner out in order to remove the chassis because there's no detachable plug. So it detached real easily. The only things I did to this was to replace the diodes. I ran out of 1N4007 diodes. I had 50 of them and I ended up using them all up, so I got down to my last two and I had to use two 1N4005s. That seemed to be working okay, but when I get my shipment of 1N4007s in, I'll go ahead and replace them. The other thing that was bad was the 2AV2 focus rectifier tube. When I come around the front, I'll show you the original one. It was cracked, and so there was no high voltage. I used my high voltage meter to check it here, and it was less than 1 kilovolt. So I put a new tube in, sprayed deoxit on the tube. Well, first with the bad tube in, there was nothing at all. Then I put a new tube in, it was low, the focus was poor, so I sprayed the tube pins with deoxit and just kind of pushed the tube in and out several times, and then we got good focus. The final thing was the CRT socket was bad. I don't know how the CRT socket ended up getting damaged, but it somehow burned, one of the filament pins burned on it. And I tried temporarily resoldering the wire, but it didn't work. So I put a new CRT socket on it. I salvaged it from an XL100 set. And the plastic CRT base is missing too. But luckily the CRT is still good. It's made by GE, EIA code 188. Let's see if I can see where the EIA code is here. Yeah, 18820 something, 23. And I think what I'm going to try and put some new electrolytics in it now that I know that it's going to work pretty good. I thought it was recent enough that I could just take a chance on powering it up with the original electrolytics in it. I did use the short check lamp on the first test just to avoid the possibility of severe damage due to a short, but it powered up okay. I think maybe that electrolytic reforming process has gone on because the picture has improved, but I still don't trust those old caps very much, so I'll eventually replace them. And I need to troubleshoot the sound system and see why there isn't any sound. I'm going to plug it in here. This does have instant on it, although the CRT tested good. I put the CRT tester on it and I just did a clean and balance on it because it was kind of low when I first tested it, but it came out pretty good with the clean and balance job done on it. And I ought to be getting something here. Okay, I've got a raster. Let's power up the DTV unit. Get it on a channel here. It's got some, it's not a half bad picture. It's got some kind of video smearing to it, like on text. It's like the video peaking isn't quite what it should be, so I know in my CTC28 I found an open video peaking coil in it, so I'm going to check for bad coils. But it does, it's going to have, it has a pretty good picture now, and then I'll put some new caps in it. I found one paper cap in it that I replaced already, and then there still is one of those ceramic paper caps, those ceramic tubes that I'm going to replace. Here's the control panel. It's kind of funny, you pull out the controls to access the auxiliary function, like color, and then that'll adjust color, and if you pull it out till it clicks, it'll adjust vertical. And you push it in, it'll go back to the color function. It's kind of, I don't know, I guess they were trying to just reduce the amount of control knobs, but it makes it a little bit difficult to adjust. The dial lamps are not functional here. And that's how text looks. I'm going to try and readjust the focus just to make sure I might have to get Organist 1982 in here to look at it with me so I can get the best focus. And I'm going to put better solder joints, or make solder joints to the CRT socket. I've just got wire nuts on all the leads right now. There's the Curtis Mathes color TV. The electronic quality of it is really good, but the cabinet quality is crummy. It's cheap particle board and plastic, and it's just kind of falling apart. I wish this one would have had a nicer cabinet, because I try to make a very grandiose looking cabinet, but all this stuff is just plastic, and it's just kind of cheap. But there's the Curtis Mathes, and so when I finish up the repairs on it, we'll do another video. But I'm pleased with the performance of it so far. This is I think it's more rare. I think Zenith had some 25-inch rectangular tube type sets, but this is a completely tube set. No, well, I guess it does actually have an IC. It's got a sound demodulator IC, but almost completely a tube set. But that RCA design chassis was always a pretty good performer.